your eyes, what does development mean for your team this season?
Development is, obviously taking what you have and making it better. And we had some really good performances last year, and they can take that and now get that what I call 1% better every day.
You got to look at it one day at a time. Where you are, did I get better? Right? You got to get better. If it's 1%, it's 1%. But the main thing, you got to make sure the needle is going in the right direction. You can't look at the big picture without taking steps A, B, and get all the way to Z. You got to go through the whole process. And just because we had success last year doesn't mean you're going to have that success. You still got to do it all over again. And it starts from when we step on that field today, did we get better?
Everybody's from 5'11" to 6'1", or 5'10" to 6 foot, and the physical part everybody has. It's the mental part. And I think when I look for a player, I look how do they handle it mentally? What's their personality? Are they going to fit in the room? I felt like I could have played with them. I think they'll be okay. And so I just look at that mental makeup more than the physical part, because the physical part, you can see that. Everybody can see it. If you pick the pass off, you're a tackle. But it's the mental part that separates you.
The NFL is always about, let me make your weakness have to become your strength. If you ain't never worked on it, you're going to struggle. So I'm always challenging them. I'm putting them in situations I know they're not comfortable, because I want them to grow as players and grow as people and be able to face those challenges. I don't think Jacksonville paid me to be a big cheerleader and cheer on what they do good. I think they pay me to let me make that bad good. If you do 5 things good and 10 things bad, let me make it 10 things good and 5 things bad. And we're gonna work on that every day. And I'm gonna show up every day. And you're gonna get tired of me telling you you're not good at doing that till you finally get to the point, let me prove Coach wrong. Then we both win.
All right, now we're going to talk about the power of the mind with a little visualization. So I want everybody to take a second. You can close your eyes. And we're just going to connect with our bodies, connect with this present moment. And I want you guys to bring into your awareness, bring into your mind, I want you to start thinking about one of the biggest games you had in college. Whatever game comes up, maybe it was a bowl game, maybe it was against a rival. And I want you to think about and drop yourself into that game, what it was like getting prepared for that game.
Hit! Come out your hips. Hit! Hit! You got to get used to shooting your hips. But you never come out your hips. You come up and your hips stop right here. Get that pop in so you get that separation.
Yep, 1x4, head up the outside. Right, we can be outside. Yeah. Say hip, don't give ground. Reroute, flip, good. Now, it's just too fast, right? So on this, right, if I'm here, do that same release. If I'm here, I just got to step right here. If he releases inside, I'll punch him. If he releases outside, move my feet and go. All right, we don't have to get ground.
Yeah, it's a little different. We're just going to drop step. He's going to clear it for us. So I'm thinking it's going to go A-gap to A-gap. Once we come downhill, TJ, I don't see that thing going outside that A-gap. I don't think now. That's just what I think. But once you got the ball in your hand, it's up to you what you see. All right?
First thing is I didn't realize I had so many former players, honestly, when I interviewed and hired these guys. And then you look back and you go, there's 10, 11 guys, something like that on the staff that, at least played in the NFL for a little bit. But I think if the player sees the coach in a way that, hey, he played in the National Football League, and I think there's an immediate connection there. You've kind of gone before. Coaches have to be great teachers, but I think using those experiences as former players can really relate to the team and to your position that you're coaching.
They want you to get outside. I guarantee you outside, they would have checked to a run. So you stay. We don't care about wide receiver. You know what I mean? And all you gotta do is look at his feet. If he got his outside foot up, it's probably a crack. But you stay right there and just know if they get vertical and I feel him, then work back into him. The thing I learned from the late great Kevin Green, who was a teammate of mine, when I first got into coaching, he's like, you're coaching the position you played for 12 years. Your biggest credibility, the thing that's gonna get you over them, show them you doing it wrong, but show them you doing it right. But the key to it is gonna be D tackles. You got to go and don't stop your penetration, but ends. You got to sell speed. And the way we starting to play defense now, where Mike want to attack, it should set up our third down because everything should be off get off. So now they believe me. And everywhere I go, I carry my film with me. Hey, this is me playing that 3 technique getting blocked. This is me correcting it next week and doing it right. So I'm gonna teach you how to do it right because I did the wrong. And I think when you have that, it's a little bit of advantage because you have some credibility, especially when you coaching the position that you actually played. And we've been blessed. You know, you got Cody coaching safeties, he played safety. Deshae coaching cornerbacks, he played cornerback. Mike coaching the defense, but he coached linebackers. Tony played the position he's coached. And so we got it all across the board. And so I just think it's a special little recipe we got that's going on down here in Jacksonville.
Hey, don't get ground, right? You're playing quarter flat. Yeah, but you would take it out, but you bounce it back. Don't worry about that. You're aggressive on the slant.
You know, sometimes you get coaches that are never wrong and never will admit it. And so I'm not that type. You know, if I make a mistake, I'm gonna tell them. And if I do something wrong, I'm gonna be the first one to say it. And it allows you to make a mistake as a player and not worry about it because your coach has been there.
So you get slot, right?
Yeah.
3 go out, but it's a swing set like that.
Uh-huh.
But the 2 run over. 2 runs over, just keep it in the dip. You'll match it to the flat, right? And 3 went out, he goes over, you'll match it. You might hinge. Yeah, but you'll have 3 to the flat.
I've been scored on before, so I know what it feels like to give up a touchdown and you go in the locker room, nobody wants to talk to you. So that feeling that they go through daily, that pressure that they go through daily, I've been there. And like I tell them all the time, I want them to have whatever they want as a player, and that's my job to try to get it to them. So
you got to be disciplined enough, right? We say A gap out, you can go 10 times and you go A gap out. It's that 11th time where that A gap opens.
First they'll sit there and say, well, you must understand you played the game. And I tell them all the time, I know how you feeling. I've been there, you know? But at the same time, you still have to be on your A game because just because you played the game don't mean that you understand the game.
The deal is, whatever you do, if you guys in that no man's land, just play fast. Just do whatever you do, just do it fast. That's it. Then we come to the sideline, we get the correction.
My credibility is I got to be there for those guys. They got to trust me. I trust them. I got to give them the information. I got to get them ready. And they got to believe in me too. They got to believe what I'm saying is true and it's going to help them out.
But when I'm looking at him, he's like, oh snap! I already know he's a fast guy. He's a 4-4 guy, right? The worst thing I want to do is let him get behind me.
Coach Palmer is great to work with, just because he's so passionate about the game. He loves football, and it's very evident, and he carries that on his shoulders every day.
There you go, boom. Oh yeah, multitask. Yeah! Oh, that looked like a jump cut. It may be in the folder. It may be in the folder.
It's not theory, it's testimony. He's done it, he's been there. So you have a choice but to believe him and go out there and do it. And he wants what's best for us.
Because you got all the tools in there to beat anything that they try to do.
The way he coaches, he's telling us what he wish somebody would have told him. And I feel like that only helps elevate my game and get me so much more further.
The biggest thing that he's done since he's been here was change his body. You know, being in the weight room, buying into that. When he was hurt, you know, he could have taken that year off, but he didn't. And I tell him all the time, I said, listen, if you look at where you were from year 1 to where you are, light years. And he still got room to grow.
That's the type of player that he's a tough player, he's a smart player, he's such a tremendous athlete that we can use him in multiple, positions. Everybody can work on something, coaches and players, we can work on something, we can all get better. In order for us to be where we want to be at the end of the year and win those tough playoff games, we have to improve and we have to continue to grow and develop and get better as a football team.
Working too hard to be last in the race. So much time in the day and it ain't none to waste. Working this hard to be one of the greats. Whatever it takes, put that on the plate. Life is a game, but we raising the stakes. Moving the bar up so high. Been on our grind so live. Bringing the light, you just so bright. We shining, playing them sound cool, but we trying to reach diamond. Hard work pays off, it's perfect timing. Changing the world with this rhyming, it's priceless. We got the nicest by putting the time in. Can't be the greatest, you're not even trying. What now? We on the chase to the sundown. We on the chase to the sun up. What's up? Leading the line when we run up. Chasing.
Let's get after it. Take care of each other. Remember what we're working towards.
Yes, sir.
Everything going towards week 1. Jags on 3. 1, 2, 3. Jags.
I feel like I've got a new football team. Even though some of the faces are the same, I have to approach it as a new year and almost go back and hit the reset button.
All right, good morning, men. Good morning. Hey, got a couple things for you today. Let's go ahead. First thing we're going to do.
The first year is about, it's like every day is a new day, because you're trying to implement a lot of things and get your ideals sort of embedded into the football team and the coaching staff.
After next Wednesday, okay, the coaches are basically out of here as far as the building is concerned, okay? But the training room is still open. The weight room will still be open. The locker room, stuff like that, but everything else is going to be kind of shut down because we're going to transition into the new building.
This year's a little different because we get a new facility, and we get 2 practice fields, and we don't have to get on buses and travel to practice. But for the most part, it was a pretty seamless transition getting this year's training camp ready as opposed to last year.
You have got to prepare yourself for camp. You have got to prepare yourself for the season. What is your plan? How are you going to prepare yourself? Mind, body, soul, right?
I never want to get to the point where I'm just completely satisfied. Now, maybe if we win that final game of the year, right, that Super Bowl, you're satisfied with that. But even the next year, you still want to improve and develop and get better.
Listen, understand something here. We have to get better as a football team. Continue to get better.
They've been working extremely hard, this offseason. We've had great participation here, all spring, and I just feel like the closer we become as a football team outside of the building, the better we will be during the season.
These are your 6 team captains today. Okay, we're not doing football today. And we're taking a little field trip today.
Being able to do this for the guys and kind of surprise them a little bit and take them off campus, a little field trip, is exciting for them and the coaches, just to kind of see the joy and the excitement on their faces as we team build.
Oh, this is gonna be great. It's gonna be a great day. If I get hit more than twice, we got problems. Quarterbacks are live, Deshaun. They are live today, okay? You can't tackle them, but you can pop them with a pig. Yeah.
Talk to me, Derek. Come on, come on. Let's go. Move up. Get out. I hit you. You know that I hit your hand. Errol, I gotta conserve my ammo to the end. Yep. God, that's a good teammate. I love you, Luke Farrell.
Keep trying to tell everybody. They're over here talking about, oh, it's okay. No, it's not okay. Not okay. I ain't playing it. That's what I'm saying.
I ain't playing for third place.
Cam, come over this corner, Cam. You're good. Do it, Cam. Push hard right.
I'm here with number 13 himself, Christian Kirk. Christian, how's it feel to be on the battlefield? What have you learned from today?
A lot of perseverance from my teammates. It gets hard out there. A lot of adversity. Guys going down left and right. It's hard to see when you're out there, but all you can do is just keep moving on and keep shooting back.
Come here, brother. It's all right. And that's all right now for the 2023 Jacksonville Jaguars Hunger Games. We'll be back live reporting from the gutter.
Like Benjamin Martin in The Patriot. Lord, make me fast and accurate. Cam, I love him. I am cracked right now. I'm going up. I'm going up. Get out of here. Guys, this is a tactical masterclass. Coach, you got me? Okay. Should we push? Good night! Good night! Good night! Let's go! Victory!
I'm ready for the break. You know, obviously it's a good time, you know, to step away. You got about 5 weeks before camp starts. You know, football is never far from your mind anyway, you know, during the break, but you have to learn in this business. You have to learn to take time and take time for yourself, spend time with family, just to kind of clear your head and really refocus and energize for the season. You know, travel if you can travel. I don't mind just staying home and enjoying the Florida sunshine too, but it's a way to kind of relax and prepare for the season.
Look at it. Check. Oh. Huh? Right here. Yeah, they're all around it. Can't really throw this thing very far. Oh. Oh, there we go. Come here. Somebody get it. Who wants it? Trav.
Hey.
Hurry. Just hold on. Run. Woo. All right. If he's running, you just gotta let him run. You can't reel. There he is. Oh, pull him up. Dude, don't do that, bro. Don't do that. Oh my God. He didn't want to give it up. There you go. All right, stop right there. Let's see. Oh, there you go. Oh, that's a boy. Fish. Yo. Yeah, so we started the day off right. I got my fishing early, so I can get my nap in now.